The M50 marked an important step forward for us in product development because it marked the transition from a masked product through to a photolithographically produced product, which basically means that we take out some of the hard masking processes. And actually that's allowed us to miniaturize products, and in particular it is directed at the medical sector, medical device sector, in particular for miniature medical implants, and the uptake has been very encouraging. We are currently at the stage where we're making small samples for evaluation on our pilot line, and we have a portfolio of customers that are progressively booking out that capacity as the year progresses. We have about 4 programs for industrial IoT. The earliest one was the one that's all about asset tagging, where we combine our battery with a small PV panel and a BLE or Bluetooth chip so that it can be attached to devices that are generally high value and need to be located quickly. We've got a trial that's progressing to demonstrate that particular technology actually in a hospital environment, and that's very encouraging. The second program is one actually that we were just doing a field trial on last week, which is where you take a device which harvests energy from the strain in a wind turbine blade, and then you buffer that with one of our batteries and use that to send some data around the condition, generally actually the state of strain of the turbine blade, so that you can deploy maintenance crews in a timely manner. And again, the technical results for that have been very encouraging. The third program has been the one where we're doing condition monitoring of tracks with Network Rail. Those devices are still in the development stage. And then the fourth one is the most recent one that we announced, which is all about pollution monitoring, where we're coming up with effectively a pollution monitoring card, which can be powered perpetually by harvesting energy, actually again from a PV panel, and then storing that energy in one of our batteries and taking measurements for particulates and also chemical composition of the air in cities in particular. So the Granite program is the third of the Innovate UK Faraday Battery Challenge sponsored programs. We have 2 others. The 2 others are what we call Power Drive Line, which is about rapid charging of batteries. We're doing that with Honda and Ricardo. The second one to start was with McLaren, which is all about powering high performance vehicles. And then this third one with Jaguar Land Rover is all about predicting and modeling, and also in time reducing the manufacturing cost of solid state cells when they get into production, because the key thing is they have to be competitive on a cost basis in order to be adopted for the mass market. The pre-pilot line, which we opened in the summer and had a grand opening actually recently at our Capital Markets Day, is our way of being able to develop and manufacture initial quantities of the larger format Goliath cells, which we are initially distributing to the automotive partners that we're doing business with as part of the Innovate UK supported development programs, but also our commercial partners that are coming to us outside of the framework of those grant-funded programs. And well, the first cells to be produced are being made in that facility, and it will allow us to also commercialize and ramp up production until we need to transfer that technology into a larger, lower unit cost facility in due course.
Revenue for the first half this year was about 1.5 million relative to about 1 million for the same period last year. The main reasons for that revenue growth are the 3 automotive battery programs that we have now running, but also the front end of our product sales. So that increase in revenue has flowed down to reduce our underlying operating loss. So that's down, the EBITDA loss is down from about 1.3 million for the first half last year to just under 1 million this year. The cash burn for the first half of this year was quite high. It was about £2 million. About 1 million of that is underlying operating cash outflow. About 0.6 million was for CapEx and about 0.4 million was for working capital. For the second half, CapEx will be reduced. The working capital should probably balance out, so probably no more operating cash outflow for the period. And we also have an R&D tax credit of about 400,000 that we received just after the period end. Thereafter, additional financing will come from a combination of additional grant funding, increased product sales, new licenses, or external funding.